Well, I think I've fallen in love. I do love this piece. Let's see how big it is. Okay, we've got, well, let's go from the bottom of the fringe to the top is about 17 and a half. If we just go to the bottom of the fabric and the top, it's 14 and a half. So the fringe is 3 inches. And it's, let's see, it's 8 inches and an ooch wide. Now remember, we made this in 4 different panels and we put them together. We left some overhanging pieces so that we could actually fuse this together so that it looks like it was made in one cloth. And actually it's 4 different things put together. I added a couple of decorative elements as I went. This whole piece here was added on. And I had another one, I can't remember what it was, but that was it. This piece here, most everything that I put on, it hung over the bottom, to the next piece. But this piece I left longer and pulled it up onto the piece above it. That worked well too for helping to fuse these pieces together so that they look really, really, fused together so they look like one piece. Something worked in one piece. I love the colors. It graduated a little bit from the green blues to the yellows to the purples and then to the peaches and the brown trim in the bottom. It just all blended really well and it's just beautiful. Now on the back, what I did was I just sewed it to a piece of quilted fabric that I had. I just hand stitched it and then I just overlapped, whip stitched the sides, and I got a little carried away up here, but this was my casing. And so let's see, I think my husband has a 1/4 inch dowel that I will put through that casing like that. And it'll be a little bit longer than this. And he etches me on the edge place so that when I tie my yarn, it sticks or seats right into that etched out places. And then I just bring the yarn up and tie it, and it's ready to hang on a hook or a nail or whatever it is that you hang on. But very simple backing, very simple casing, nothing fancy about this at all. And it's all done with scraps. Isn't that wonderful? Just scraps. Let me see if I can bring you up and give you a little bit closer look. Let's start here at the top and just kind of move down a little bit. Okay. I just love it. And it's so doable. This is absolutely doable, and it's a great project for beginners because nothing has to be exact. Nothing has to be placed anywhere. Nothing has to be cut a certain size. No particular stitching, as much or little as you want. Whatever you want to do, you can do. And so it's just do what you can. And I love it because it's a chance to play with color and texture, and that's fun too. Now, I'm going to do another one, and let me show you how far I've gotten with that one. Now, the one we just looked at was made in 4 panels, and my panels are just like this. Let's see, what am I cutting? I keep forgetting what size they are. They're about a 3 by an 8, I believe, or a 9. 3x9. They're 3x9. And that's what these were. That's what I start with right there, a little piece of batting, 3x9. And I work on that as a panel. Now, the first one I did, this doesn't go there, this would be the top, I believe, of this one. And as you can see, I left this overhanging and this overhanging, okay? And then the middle, I haven't sewn yet, but here's the middle. And I had this little piece cut off from a quilting project that, you know, me, I don't throw nothing away, but I thought, oh, perfect little hangover piece there. And then I used this little strip here. And so it goes, when I get it done, it will go under this one, like that. And the bottom one, and this one is only put together again with 3 panels, not 4. But this one's stitched, and the bottom hanging here is just a little bit of fringe, and then just some fabric, okay? So it will go under this one, about like that. And then I wanted to break up this big splotch of purple over here, and I didn't mind a little of it showing, but I wanted to put something in there that would also make this piece fuse together, okay? That's another thing. When you get your panels made and you lay them out, and you stitch them down, or even before you stitch down, you can kind of audition and think, okay, do I need a little more of something that's hanging down or being pulled up in order to make this look more fused together? My aim is to look like it's done in one piece when I get through. And so that's, you can adjust that, adjust any part of it that you want. And when these are sewn together, then you can decide on what kind of backing, or if you want an edging. On this one, you know, I just put a quilted backing on it. I did machine sew down because, as I said in one of my other videos, right now I'm having a lot of trouble with arthritis in my hands, so too much hand sewing gets painful. So I went ahead and did that on the sides, and then came back and just did a large whip stitch just to give it the hand stitched look. Okay, and but you can decide how much you want to do on that and how you want that to look. And I love scrappy and I love raw edge, so I'm real happy with that, just the way it looks. But if you're a person that's got to have it all, you know, neatly done and all that, and you want to put your casing and stuff like that, or binding on it, that you can do all that too. But for what it is, for scraps and the scrappy look here and this fabric fusion, that's the main thing. Playing with color and design and fusing all this together to make a pretty wall hanging. Okay, now you can also put sayings or anything that you have. Let me see, I don't have a whole lot right now to choose from, but anything that you have that you want to add. This says it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be wonderful. Something like that stitched into it, whatever you wanted to do. If you have a picture of some kind, this is a big old thing about roses. It's pretty good size. You might not want to stick something that big on there, but you could, you know. Also have the smaller pieces that you could cut and put around. Just whatever you have that you want to play with to add to it, you can certainly do that. Okay, so this is going to be the next one up that I'm going to be finishing out. I've got 2 panels sewn. I'm working on sewing the 3rd panel, and then I will do a backing on it. Okay, so now if you're creating one and you have a way to let me know to see it, I'd love to see what you're doing and get some inspiration from you. Okay, till next time, let's all stay very scrappy happy.